When someone uses too much cocaine, things can get scary. Within just 2 to 3 minutes, they might start having seizures or convulsions, like their body is in a major struggle. The heroes here are emergency medical technicians, and their first goal is to stop these seizures. After that, they work to make sure the person's temperature, heart rate, and breathing are okay. So one has about 2 to 3 minutes to save the life of someone suffering from an overdose. But what if nothing is done within those crucial minutes? What if as humans we panic and freeze without doing anything to help? If the brain doesn't get enough oxygen, the person could slip into a deep sleep called a coma. And if they don't get help quickly, the worst could happen. They might not make it. So it's like a race against time, a big fight to save someone's life when things have gone wrong due to too much cocaine. Could it be that Carlos Henrique Medeiros might have just slipped into coma? Could they have saved him if they had acted quickly? Was this a deliberate attempt on their part or just clumsy human behavior? Today we will be looking at the case of famous YouTuber Carlos Henrique Medeiros, gone missing. Christmas is a period to be merry and happy, and many people take time during this festive period to reconcile with lost friends and have a great time with family. The most common event during this period is the bonfire due to the frigid weather in some areas. Carlos Henrique Medeiros on the 25th of December joined family and friends to celebrate the festive season. They had a bonfire going, and everyone was having a great time. It was during this time that Carlos told his family he was going to visit his friend at Sao Paulo in Brazil. This was the last time Carlos was seen. The 26-year-old YouTuber with over 1 million followers went missing on the 25th of December after a bonfire event. He was last seen leaving the bonfire with some friends. The next day, as soon as his family noticed he did not come home, they called the friend he went to see to confirm if he was still at their place. They confirmed that Carlos left their residence at about 2 a.m. to return home. After waiting 24 hours with no sign of Carlos, he was declared missing, and his friends and family went ahead begging the public to come forward with whatever information they had regarding the missing YouTuber. All rallied around the family during this crucial time. Some of his friends went to their social media pages to create more awareness and seek public help in finding their friend. The family visited many hospitals and searched the surrounding woods with the hope of finding their son and brother, but this search proved futile as he was not found. Body found. After several days with no luck in finding their friend and brother, on the 30th of December 2023, a friend of Carlos who happened to know the house of whom he left to visit at the night of the bonfire was around the residence, and he found a fresh covering of sand beside the friend's house. On closer inspection, he noticed a piece of clothing which looked identical to the one Carlos was wearing the night he went missing. Could it be what he was thinking? Could the site he discovered be the place where the corpse of Carlos Henrique Medeiros was buried? Wanting to be sure of what he discovered, he called the authorities who came to the address. The fire department went to work, digging the suspected site, and soon, a shocking discovery was made. This discovery was one that many were not expecting due to the relationship that exists between the two people involved. The shallow grave was found in the residence of 28-year-old Renan Jose and 24-year-old Caroline Mello, who were married, was Carlos Medeiros. This young couple with a wife heavily pregnant turned themselves in on the 31st of December 2023 for questioning. On getting to their station, they were asked to state what happened and why a corpse was found in their backyard. They confessed, saying that the 26-year-old missing YouTuber indeed came to their house and had cocaine-fueled sex with their teenage sister, whose name was withheld. During the act, they stated that Carlos, who had overdosed on drugs, had a heart attack and became sick, but before they could react, he died. After his death, the couple panicked, and rather than call the authorities, they agreed that burying him was a better idea, so they dug a shallow grave and buried his body there. The police, after inspecting the body, concluded that there was no sign of violence, either stab wounds, bruises, or any marking that might suggest foul play. So the couple will be detained until an autopsy test can carefully confirm that he died of an overdose, and there was no foul play involved in his death. Chief of Police Luis Faria assured the family of the deceased that the situation is under investigation. If the autopsy results show that Carlos was murdered, the couple would be facing murder charges. And if it is concluded that he indeed died of a cocaine overdose, Then the couple would only be charged for concealing a corpse. Investigation. As the news of the missing YouTuber spread around, some angry mob set a course to the house where his body was found, and they set the house on fire as a means to exact vengeance. This very act also created a gap in the investigation, as the crime scene was now tampered with, and the police were not able to access it before it was destroyed, so the only thing they had left to work with was the body of Carlos Medeiros. Many believe that the couple were lying, as they were asked numerous times after he was declared missing if they knew anything about his whereabouts, but they denied it on several occasions, sticking to their story that he left their home at about 2 a.m. They even made a video urging the general public to come out if they had any useful information that would help them to find Carlos, knowing fully well he is dead. Carlos's friend Robson Casimiro, who found the shallow grave of his friend, went ahead to suggest that they might be telling the truth, seeing as how after the death of Carlos's father, he turned to hard drugs as a coping mechanism. He further explained that he lost his shine and stopped posting his jokes and pranks, which were the type of video he was always posting on his page. Cristian Aparecida Medeiros. Carlos's sister shared that she suspects the couple is not telling the whole truth. She gave her reasons, stating that Carlos and Renan Jose, the husband whose house Carlos's body was found, were not on very good terms. Her theory is that Carlos and Renan were doing drugs together, and they might have gotten in a fight which led to the death of Carlos, and were using him dying of an overdose as a cover to avoid facing murder charges. Another theory was that maybe Carlos owed him money, and since he was not able to pay, he may have killed him. The community and his entire neighborhood are eagerly awaiting the post-mortem result that would determine if their YouTuber died out of his carelessness by overdosing on cocaine, or if foul play was involved in his death. The suspected couple will remain in police detention for 1 month until the result is out. They stand the risk of facing murder charges if the autopsy reveals that foul play was involved in his death. If not, they will be charged with concealing a corpse and not calling the authorities immediately the notice that Carlos was dead. The death of Carlos will serve as a warning to all those doing one form of hard drug or the other to stay away from it and get professional help if necessary. We will keep you updated on any updates from the police, so be sure to subscribe and turn on your notification so you do not miss out on any updates we bring. Click the next video suggested on your screen to continue your journey in the world of true crimes and mysteries.